Hello and welcome on 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Well, time to look at those scintillating stories trending in the world of sport. As we'll be starting with Afcon story. Well, the qualifiers, the draw that was made in South Africa, precisely Johannesburg. Nigerians have been reacting to that particular qualifier that we will qualify. Very, very sure, optimistic. A lot of Nigerians are so sure that we can scale through the firepower of Sierra Leone, not forgetting Guinea-Bissau, Sao Tome, Principe, or Mauritius. But from the way it is, Eagles needs to up their game if they are to qualify. They should just play better, as Nigerians are hoping that they'll be able to do that. Let's quickly look at, listen to what some Nigerians actually said on the street.
Yes, of course, Nigeria can qualify because this is our country. We have to support them. Super Eagles must qualify by the grace of God. What they played the last time, maybe it's the World Cup qualifier. They tried their best. It's just that the game does not fit for them. But by this time around, we pray to God that the game will fit for them. You know, football is a game of luck. It's not. There's no sabi there. It's a game of luck. So by the grace of God, we believe this time around they are going to come up with something better for us.
To me, it's an easy draw because I don't think this other team in the group can match up with the Eagles. Yes. So it will be like a very easy ride for us because records have shown that most of those countries they are not really they are not really good when it comes to tactical football. In football you cannot really predict, but I think if they get their act right this time, I think they'll be able to scale through.
Well, I do believe in second chances, and I believe that things happen, right? Like no matter how much or how well you train, some things can just happen and then you don't get to win. Yeah, so I think that being optimistic is something that each and every one of us should, So I'd like to be on the positive side. So I believe Nigeria can win.
Good one there. At least Nigerians are speaking, believing that Super Eagles will do us proud over there as they play the qualifiers ahead of Afcon qualifiers that will be coming up. Hopefully, they will really do well. Joining me to talk sport is Charles Ede. Good to have you, Charles.
Thank you for having me.
Good one. So you saw Nigerians there reacting concerning Eagles' chances in qualifying Group A. It seems so. Are you laughing?
I mean, our team, I think we have a good team.
Okay.
Yeah, but I feel, first of all, our coaching. I think we need a different coach. Also, Gabon obviously did well at the African Nations Cup. We could have done better, but it was not a very bad outing. But I think we need a different approach to our game. Plus, I think, including our game against Ghana and Abuja, I feel like there were so many new players in the squad who were not necessarily integrated. So I feel like that affected because I was there personally, and I could tell that players like Lookman, even Dennis, they didn't look very settled. They were a little bit all over the place. Lookman was losing a lot of balls. So I feel like the team also needs time to, get to blend with each other and, be well synced to make sure that they could play better. But individually, I feel like our team is good individually. We played a great game, but as a team, we are not necessarily there yet. But I feel like with the group that we have with Sao Tome and Principe, Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leone, and who else?
Sao Tome, Mauritius.
Yeah. I feel like we have a good chance of qualifying. I think maybe our major contenders there will be Sierra Leone. But besides that, I think we have a good chance of qualifying.
You should not underrate Guinea-Bissau. No more minnows in the world of football.
Actually, because a lot of things, these days, it is now that we get to understand that this is football, anything can happen. Literally.
If you remember, Cape Verde actually shocked us here.
True.
We should not underrate. If Cape Verde, and I put Sao Tome in the mold of Cape Verde, we should not underrate any team at all. Yes, everyone actually say, okay, Nigeria will qualify. It's an easy draw. I still remember just before we get to the studio, Guinea-Bissau say, rather Sierra Leone say they are only afraid of Nigeria, other teams. But I would rather say that all the teams are very, very important. We should not take them for granted. Well, we'll be talking concerning this more and more as Nigerians are beginning to at least get more optimistic that Eagles will get better as they continue to prosecute these games. 3 matches. We hope that we can make it to Abidjan. It's possible, very, very possible. Now, let's come back home and talk about matches that was played in the Nationwide League 1, the third tier of our league. We quickly look at those results where Synergy Ultimate FC, they play 1-0 draw against Magic Stars. Lekki United defeated Emidinho by 1-0. Feinti FC 1, Osopadek 0. And you have Easywell, who did not find it easy as they lost against Imalex FC 1-2. Kanta Warriors played 3-3 against Matawale Maradon, and you have Standard FC defeating Clever Warriors 2-0. Sky Academy actually won away. That's a good performance from Sky Academy. They defeated Giordano FC 2-0. That shows that those are the matches played in the match day 6 of the Nationwide League 1. Well, good one for those teams that actually won. And you look at the fact that this is the third tier of our league. Matches will also be coming up today in the NLO. But I love the fact that when you look at this league, though it's the third tier, not much attention, but really need to look at it, because if we don't, no one else will do it for us. The way we portray other leagues abroad, we need to really portray our own like that too, because when people talk about the championship in the EPL,
Yes.
and a lot of people don't even know most teams in MPFL, that's the apex league of Nigeria, let alone talking about the third tier, that is NLO, Nationwide League 1. It's always very appalling because a lot of people, attention has really shifted towards foreign sports. We need to talk about ours every time.
Yeah, we need to talk about ours, but at the same time, you need to understand that there are a lot of factors that make it that way.
But we can correct those factors.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
But they need to be treated as urgent because there's not a lot of sponsorship. The quality of the league is not necessarily there yet.
Yeah, but before sponsorship comes, we need to push it.
Yeah, no, definitely we need to push it. And aside the sponsorship, yeah, and this is not to criticize anybody, but I feel like even the management boards that are in charge of regulations and everything around the sports need to be a little bit more strict. Because I watch these games sometimes, and the level of insubordination in the league sometimes can be very alarming. And those are the things that we love about the sport, the sportsmanship and everything. But sometimes you watch these games and they're not necessarily there. And I feel like that's because even when these things happen, there are not a lot of disciplinary action taken. So I think these are the little things that we need to get sorted before we get to where we need to be. We have the players, we have the quality, but we also need to look at the little details that make great leagues actually great.
Good one there, Eddie, talking about our league. We just have to quickly roll it out there. Well, Nationwide League 1, the third tier of our league, we just roll out those results. Matches will also be coming up today in other groups in the Nationwide League 1. Now, let's go to the biggest boys now, talking about the MPFL, Nigerian Professional Football League, match day 24. Matches were played, 5 matches, and you have a lot of goals coming in that particular order. You look at Lobby Stars, they were able to do well against Gombe United. Al-Amin scoring that goal for Gombe. Well, you have Lobby Stars, Chinonzo Konko was there. Bidemere also scored for Lobby Stars. Katsina United 3, Shooting Stars 1. Good one for Katsina. Niger Tornadoes, they scored 2 goals against Enugu Rangers. They defeated them 2-1. As Abia Warriors, surprisingly, they were able to hold their own against Kwara United in Ilorin. And then 1-0 draw, while Dakada lost against Remo Stars in the Kene 4-1. I think Remo Stars really show class against Dakada FC, scoring 4 good goals in that particular encounter. And if you transfer that to the way the table is right now, you look at the table where those matches that was played, you quickly look at Remo Stars are standing third now with 40 points. 40 points behind Plateau United and Rivers, who are yet to play. You have Rangers International, they are standing 4th with 38 points. That's a good one for Remo Stars there. Kwara United are 5th with 37 points. You have Gombe United, they have 32 points, while they stand 8th on the log. And you go straight to Shooting Stars of Ibadan. They actually lost their game, but they are standing 11th with 30 points with a -2 goal difference. Niger Tornadoes They have 30 points also with a -4 goal difference, and straight down to Dakada, who also lost widely to Remo Stars. They have 27 points with a -13 goal difference, standing on 15th position, while Lobby Stars, who won their game at Apaaku Stadium in Makurdi, they have 26 points with -12 goal difference. Good one for Baganaru there. And you look straight down, well, let's leave those the way it is from the bottom of the table. But those are the 5 matches that was played. I think a good one for Remo Stars and Lobby.
Yeah, definitely a good one for Remo Stars and Lobby. Considering that Lobby have not had a very great season, it's been up and down, and that's my team in the NPFL, to be honest.
Of course,
that
should be your team.
But we have not been very convincing this season, so it's good for us to get like some good results, and yeah, makes sense. I'm happy for them. Like, okay, and also for Remo Stars have been very consistent this season. Seeing where they are on the table, they are third, even though they are about 10 or more points behind Rivers United, but still, it's been a very great showing for them because, as I can see, look at it. Okay, so they are 12 points away from Rivers United and 8 points away from Plateau United, and I feel like it's a great showing considering where they're coming from. Previous seasons, I think this is like their best season so far, and I'm hoping that they could do better for the end of the season.
Good one for Remo Stars there, who right now are standing tall. They are coming to be at least as a debutant there. Well, for this MPFL, they are back to MPFL and they're really doing well. Looking at Remo Stars, shocking all the big teams there. We've been looking at the MPFL matches that were played, and now we will be quickly going to the foreign land. Let's look at some matches. It was a shocking. Not too shocking anyway, although for Arsenal, let me use the Arsenal fans. Nigerian ladies.
It's shocking. Let's not. It's actually shocking.
Seriously.
To be honest, I did not expect it from Arsenal at all. Considering Chelsea's last game, their game against Real Madrid, in my mind, I'm like, if they come out with that spirit, considering what had happened with Arsenal in the last few games, I won't lie, I thought that Chelsea was going to win that game. And game day comes, and it's a whole different story. Arsenal, who has been losing matches, who have not had like really great form in their last 3-4 games, scoring Chelsea first, a second goal, Chelsea equalize again, and they end up winning this game by 2-goal margin. It was amazing. I won't lie, I was shocked, I was impressed. Much respect to Arsenal and
I saw a lot of Arsenal fans. In fact, one of them actually came around to jubilate inside me. And I'm like, well, I'm all the team's fans, but really, Arsenal really did it. It was a big one, the debut over there in London, and Arsenal really put their particular weight against Chelsea, where no one actually gave them the chance, but they proved themselves. Looking at the result, 4-2, good one, Smith Rowe, Saka, all of them really do well, and you just have to give it up to Nketiah, all of them, the entire squad. They shocked Chelsea over there at the Stamford Bridge. This time around, they actually made sure the bridge collapsed again. Good one for Arsenal. And you have Leicester against Everton. Good one also for Leicester to get 1-0 draw against Everton at the Goodison Park. At least a good one for them getting the point. Newcastle United at St. James Park. They actually pipped Crystal Palace by a lone goal. And Manchester City. Good one for them also. At least right now, it was just overnight that Liverpool was at the top.
24 hours.
24 hours leadership. Then they turned the table, and now Man City winning that game 3-0 against Brighton and Hove Albion. That's a very scintillating one. Right now, Guardiola is saying they have to win all their games if they are to win this EPL. And if we transfer that to the way the table is looking right now, Man City 77 back to the top again with just a point ahead of Liverpool, who stood there for just 24 hours. That shows that the two teams just win all your games now. But if both of them win,
quality. It just shows the quality in the squads. Because you can remember the first Liverpool Man City game before the FA Cup, the Premier League. It was just pure quality all around. So it just shows the quality of the squad. You know, two teams at the top of their game, 1 point separating both of them. It's just amazing to see. But I just want to derail a little bit and talk about two things. Yeah, Newcastle. I saw an interview from John Joe Shelby yesterday, and he's saying that he thinks that Newcastle is going to be a great squad. That he's talking Man City, PSG level, and I won't lie, with their run of form and the squad that they have now and the kind of football they are playing, I'm a Manchester United fan, but I'm really, really interested in seeing what Newcastle is going to do in the coming year. Because the quality of football they are playing right now is really impressive. And I also want to shout out to Nketiah. Wait to take his chance. He has been waiting for this chance all season. He has been on the bench. He barely gets playing time. He barely gets to start. And he gets his chance yesterday. And he put up a proper man of the match performance. And that's what football is about. Taking your chances and making the best of them when you get them. And it was just great yesterday. Shout out to all the teams and well done to Arsenal.
Good one there. We have to look at, we've been talking about all this happening in the world of football. Just to let you know that Arsenal seems to be ready to make sure they qualify for UEFA Champions League, not dropping the baton there. For them to beat Chelsea over there at the Stamford Bridge 4-2, that shows class from Mikel Arteta and his lads. Well, congrats to a lot of the players that actually prosecuted that particular game. We're looking at the EPL, and we have to give it up to Manchester City, who right now back to the top, and it's going to be fight to the finish because of the fact that Guardiola says, well, if they win all their games, they can actually win the league by just a point. That's mathematical. Let's move away from the EPL as we go Spanish now, La Liga also. So many matches that was actually played across the whole world. Now, Real Madrid are showing class. They are not ready to drop any point. They won away to Osasuna 3-1. Good one for Real Madrid. Getafe this also defeated Celta de Vigo. It's as if Madrid teams really did well yesterday. Getafe also played in the city of Madrid. Granada, Atletico ended goalless. Seems the style of Diego Simeone is being understudy right now because it seems all the teams are really raging against them. They play goalless against Granada in that particular game. Atletico really needs to up their game. And if you look at the way the table is standing, Real Madrid really, they've done well for themselves. They're really going, at least from the way it is, they've shown class. They are topping. You just have to count good, how many points now, leading away against Atletico Madrid are just a point ahead of Barcelona now from the way it is. Real Madrid are coasting home. In fact, if you just want to announce it that they won the league, you can't take it away from them.
Pretty much, it's done. It's done deal. They're just champions in waiting right now. But we cannot talk about Spanish league and not talk about the main talking point of yesterday's match day. Karim Benzema missed 2 penalties in 7 minutes. It's Benzema. We expect him to convert these things easily. This is arguably the best striker in the world
right
at the
now.
moment. And he are missing 2 penalties in 7 minutes. I gave him an excuse yesterday.
Maybe pressure or what?
I said he doesn't like scoring easy goals.
Okay, he doesn't want to lie. He doesn't like scoring easy goals,
No,
so he prefers to work for it.
Exactly, but it was very shocking. It was a very shocking moment. The world was shocked yesterday.
2 goals, 2 penalties, 2 sport kicks.
7 minutes is worth talking about, but it's Benzema. It doesn't take anything from his quality. But yes, like I said, they are champions in waiting. Everybody just needs to wait for their turn next season. It's done. It's done.
Real Madrid, really, the Galacticos, they just have to celebrate the fact that it's done. Nobody can take that away from them. No team, not even joining Atletico and Barcelona together. We've been looking at Spanish La Liga or Primera Liga. Well, good one there for Real Madrid, the Galacticos, who really did well, making statement against Osasuna. Now, let's go Copa Italia, where Juventus show class. They really did well against Fiorentina as they were able to win that game. That was at least they show really a class act against Fiorentina. Now they'll be facing Inter Milan in the final. Inter also dropped out AC Milan. A good one for Juventus. You look at Juventus, they really showed that well for this. A lot of people were even doubting maybe they were able to beat Fiorentina. But good one for Juventus, who made it 2 at least against Fiorentina.
They needed this. They really needed this because it has been a roller coaster season for Juventus. They have not had the best season so far. They've drawn a lot of games, they've lost a lot of games, and they are not where we traditionally know them to be or where they should be. So getting them to this point is just impressive. And you know, when they say you need a pick-me-up, this was a necessary pick-me-up for Juventus to be in the finals. But the opponents they are playing are tough opponents this season. It's really going to be difficult for Juventus. Lautaro has scored 7 goals in 7 games. Juventus is in great form. So looking at Inter
Milan.
Milan is in great form. So looking at where Inter Milan is and where Juventus is, Juventus needs a Hail Mary and a pass right now because they need it against a team like Inter Milan with the form that they're in.
From the way it is right now, Inter Milan, Juventus will be slugging it out on May 11 to see who wins at the Stadio Olimpico in the city of Rome between the two clubs. Inter, in what they call the Nerazzurris, and you have Juventus. You just have to believe in themselves. The Bianconeri, as they call them, too, they will be fighting out. Good one, good luck to the two teams who qualify for the final, of Coppa Italia. A match was also played in the Serie A between Udinese and Salernitana. Shockingly, Salernitana actually, they were able to win that match with a long goal scored by a very good one for that team. Salernitana has been performing so bad this season, but this time around, they turned things around in the city of Udine and they scored that goal, silencing Udinese in that particular game. They are quickly German DFB Pokal before we run out of time. German DFB Pokal actually ended in favor of RB Leipzig. RB Leipzig winning that game 2-1 against Union Berlin, the team of Taiwo Awoniyi. And you look at the fact that Leipzig, they show class. You just have to respect them for this because Nkunku has also been in superlative form for that club.
Great form. Leipzig has shown great improvement over time. I keep talking about how they are a very young club. Leipzig is they're not 20 years in existence in football. They were just created, I think, about 2011 or so, and they have gone through the ranks from the lower leagues up until the Bundesliga, and they're just showing, like you said, they're just showing their class right now. So it's great to see.
Matches were also played in the French League One. A lot of matches were played there, but PSG really did well by winning their goal. Though they won't be celebrating yet because of the fact that Marseille won their game against Nantes. So that's why that particular celebration was delayed. PSG would have celebrated yesterday, but right now they are really edging close. All they need to do is to win their game at home, and they will be declared champions. But from the way it is, PSG also, they've coasted home so far. So Real Madrid, PSG, just a step to celebrate. Good one for PSG right now as they were able to do well in that particular order. We're looking at the French League One there where PSG really show class. But from all this, when you come to Nigerian football, you look at the fact that our league, or rather, let me use the word leagues, the third tier, the second tier, the fourth tier, the Apex League, NPFL, and all that. You see the joy on the faces of these players, despite the bad road, the insecurity, all the factors that hold them down. Whenever they are played, they are so committed.
It's just the passion for the game. Even as fans, we have like a lot of passion. They don't talk about the people that actually play in the sport. So it's just the passion for the game and them wanting to do what they love and play at their best. Because if they decide to be held down by the situation of things in the country now, the league wouldn't go on. So I just hope that the NPFL is providing adequate security for these players to actually travel and play these games. And I think we'll be all right in the long run.
It will be all right in the long run, talking about the Nigerian Professional Football League matches and also the Nigerian National League and the Nationwide League One. Like I said, match will be coming up today also in the Nationwide League One as we roll out the result of the ones that was played just yesterday. That's it on 360 Sport. A wonderful time with Eddie Charles. Good to have you.
It was great being here.
Good one there. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Sport is always what? Business and fitness. Thanks for watching.